get out the way.
DeMar can still elevate.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back on the Go Chicago Sports, where we talk all things Chicago sports and sports in general. It's your boy Mike B. Got my man's Big O with me here today. And today, man, we're going to talk some NBA hoops, some Chicago Bulls preseason. We are 3 games into the preseason. The Bulls been looking good, but there's a couple of things we're gonna go over. But before all that, we're gonna get into 2 topics. The first topic is this whole Draymond Green fiasco, and then we're gonna talk about where the probably one of the most coveted um prospects in a while, and that's Mr. Victor. Not funny even trying to say his last name, but we're gonna talk about what's the best team for Victor to go to for the next draft. So first up, let's get into the Draymond Green situation. What's your thoughts about Draymond Green situation?
Man, it's unfortunate, man. Real unfortunate. I've been going back and forth with some people about this, just talking about it. And, as we all know, fights happen all the time. In the NBA, scuffles, I call them. I'd rather call them scuffles than fights because I feel like fights in the NBA is normal, but amongst teammates, you know, I don't like it personally, dude. Like, I really don't like it. I think it's bad for the morale of the team. Do guys get into it? Can we gonna bump gums and talk trash and you can push and shove? Yeah, of course. But dude, we saw a whole video with you basically, knocking this man out. Like, what should have knocked this man out. So for me, dude, I can't see a way where I think the Golden State Warriors will be all right because it's Stephen Curry. But I can't see the team morale just being as good as it always been. I mean, I'm pretty sure them guys, they know Draymond better than all of us. They with this guy all the time, for the last such years. But dude, like, if I'm Jordan Poole, I might tell you it's all good, but deep inside, it's not all good. It's not all good, bro.
Yeah, man. That's when I seen the video, I was like, holy shit. Like, for them to be teammates and won champions together, for you to just to swing on him like that, that's cold, man. I think that was wrong for Draymond. Uh, when you look at the video, you can tell Jordan Poole wasn't even thinking about a fight.
Fighting, yeah.
But so for Draymond Green to approach him and then swing on him, I think that was a sucker move, man. Especially being your teammate. And I can see if you guys trash talking. It's like Draymond Green probably one of the top trash talkers in the league. So for you to let it get that far, for you to swing on somebody, Jordan
Mm-hmm.
Poole must have really got into your skin. I think that wasn't the right move for
Most
Draymond Green,
definitely.
especially it's another situation that you got yourself into with a teammate that may cost. First it was Kevin Durant. It was him getting suspended in Game 6. There's a lot of things Draymond Green done for the Warriors, and the Warriors continue to support him. I think this may be the last
The
straw.
breaking point, yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially with a young guy like Jordan Poole. How do you come back
yes.
from that, especially with videos out? I'm pretty sure Jordan Poole on TikTok they got. I just seen like 4, 5 skits of people doing this. So
Yeah, yeah. It's a public embarrassment.
yeah,
And yeah, the '90s. I know a lot of people talk about the videos never really got out when Mike punched Kurt. I personally don't know how bad that fight was. We just hear about it. We seen when Chris Childs, but they wasn't a teammate, so I ain't gonna talk about Chris Childs and Kobe. But like, the fights we do see is on the court against another team. We see it all the time, so we know it gets a little aggressive, and sometimes can boil
yeah,
over, but not with your own teammate. And then the side note to that is that you're supposed to be one of the leaders of the team.
For
So that's a
sure.
terrible example. What Jordan Poole's supposed to be a little brother to you. You supposed to be showing this guy the way. Yes, y'all in practice trash talking. I'm pretty sure it. Yeah. If he getting the best of you, if he probably got even better than you right now. But you can't let that get to you, dude. I think that I don't know, man. The Warriors with Steph Curry gonna always be dangerous, dude. But this
Yeah,
gonna hurt their morale for the long run,
yeah,
dude.
for
And
sure.
when it comes to Draymond, I can see he might last this year because I don't think Golden State, the organization, going to overreact to the point where they just feel like they need to trade him. But I could see him not finishing his career with the Golden State Warriors for sure.
Yeah, for real. Cause it's like if you watch the video, nobody like we I'm pretty sure we both been into a hostile environment where you see two people arguing and you can know off back something finna really go down. But
Yep,
when I'm watching the
yep,
video, it looked like everybody was just like, all right, it's just Draymond Green and Jordan Poole arguing. Nobody really
yep,
was too concerned about shit going left. And then Draymond
yep.
Green, did what he did. So I think Draymond. I think they try to play it this year and see how it goes, just like they did with the Draymond Green and KD situation. They played the season
Yeah,
now. Things went the way they went. KD left, but I think on this end, I just think this probably Draymond Green last season as a Warriors. I really do believe
yeah,
it. As much as
yeah,
he mean to this team, it's just so much shit that he done, and they continue to support him, and he just kept
yeah,
backhanding them in the face. And
yep,
this is the last year of his contract. I believe he got a player
yep,
option, so I think
yep.
he may opt out and try to get that max somewhere else. So I really do believe this might be the
Yep.
last
Him
season we
and Poole,
see.
him and Poole up for extensions. After this year, so you're gonna choose the young guy. The Curry 30, 34, Clay about 33, Draymond 33, 34. These guys on their last legs. You know what I mean? So of course they're gonna choose Jordan Poole. I mean, you don't want to let him go, and then 3 years later you starting over anyway. So I mean, I'm right
Facts.
with you, man. I can see Draymond definitely um, last year at Golden State. But unfortunate situation, that punch was definitely it was foul, man. Like he puts you off of him, and you come back with a full swing. So yeah, most
That's when
definitely,
he was trying to knock him out. But my question to you before we wrap this up: where do you see Draymond Green heading to?
I think it's gonna be the Lakers. I mean, it's going to be a few other teams out there, of course, but I just think that I think that the Lakers, him being tight with LeBron, LA, everybody got homes in LA. And it's been like in a rumor mill for like 2-3 years already that Draymond to LA, and we've been Clay to LA, Draymond to LA. So I can see the Lakers being able to, swoop in and get them. They probably be one of the few teams that wouldn't mind dealing with the attitude, dealing with the problems he's going to bring. I
Hey,
think a lot of
Lakers taking
organizations,
anybody on.
yeah, they taking anybody at this point. So I can see them there. If you want to go a second long shot, Dallas.
I
It's a
was I was,
rumor
I
that.
was just thinking Dallas too.
Yeah, so yeah, I can definitely see those two teams off the top of my head for sure. He can
Yeah.
possibly win.
I agree with you. I think the Lakers probably number one just because it's LeBron James. They both under the Rich Paul tree.
Yeah.
But I think like the sneaky pick may be going home to Detroit with that young team. Got another year of Cade Cunningham, another year, second year of Jaden Ivory, Jalen Duran being in his second year by next year, Sadiq Bey. You got young pieces who really need that veteran to lead the way. And I think Draymond Green could probably slide in and help that team figure things out.
And they got the
Another,
pieces to do the sign and trade for him too. That's a good
yeah.
one. They can make it happen.
Another sneaky team that I don't know how the money work, but if he was, looking to sell a vet minimum, come play for Chicago Bulls. Why not come to Chicago Bulls? But
That's a good one. Him and DeMar DeRozan like that.
yeah, Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, that's a sneaky
So
team.
guess we're gonna have to wait and see for this Draymond Green thing to unravel. He said he's gonna take some time away for the team. Can't go away too long because I think the opening night against the Lakers, October 18th, I believe.
Yep.
Next up, one of the highly rated draft prospect in a long time was 7'4" phenom Victor. I'm trying to say his name, Wembenyama.
Wembanyama,
I
yep.
probably messed
You
that
look
name
close.
up. Um, a lot of people
Wembanyama.
comparing him to a better prospect than LeBron James. Saying a lot of teams may just start tanking to get this kid. From the two games I seen, he looked real good. A guy he looked like a small forward that's just bringing the ball up, can shoot outside of the 3-point line. I I just think, to me, once he gets some muscle, some more weight, I think he can be a really great player in this league. My only concern about him is, with these tall, lanky, big men, they kind of be injury prone. We've seen Chet with his ankle, so that's probably my only concern, if his health. But I feel like if he can, stay healthy, man, I think he may be the next big thing. So my question to you is, what lottery team you think will look good with Victor on their team?
Any one of
Yeah,
them.
yeah, true, but
any fit. I mean, dude. I mean, Oklahoma city is already like, dude. They they're loaded, and
him and
they gonna be right there in the running for him, right
man,
again with Chat out the whole year. You know what I mean?
him
So
and Chet could be a twin tower. That I mean, hey, that'd be
man,
something.
both of them guys can handle the rock, can shoot it. They play like big guards at 7 foot tall. That is insane when
Yeah,
you think about Gilders Alexander, when you think about Josh, like when you think about the talent these dudes, guys, insane.
yeah,
You know what I mean? At this point,
yeah.
I want the Bulls to get this guy. I know we ain't gonna lose enough games to get him,
Yeah, that
but I'm starting to get a little jealous at how much talent Oklahoma City got. But I think Oklahoma, of course, with him and Chat. I mean, if the Rockets able to get him, I know they big guy Senghor, if I'm saying his name right.
yeah,
But the
Shangoon.
Sengun, he's a nice big already. But if you put Victor next to him with what they got, man, oh my goodness. So it's crazy times because some of the bottom teams in the NBA now actually got bright futures. Where 20 years ago, it was like you just call them teams trash. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
if I'm Sacramento, I take to get them.
Yeah,
Because they're a little older than OKC and the Rockets with De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis and those guys. But if I'm Sacramento, I'm taking to get them. If I got to trade off pieces, yeah, because
yeah,
it's like if you think about this, if Sacramento try to win game, which they probably good enough probably to be a 12 seed in the West, maybe you know what I'm saying. They still not going to be bad enough to get to fall to get the number one pick to get this kid, but they also still ain't gonna be good enough to make the playoffs. And then what you're gonna see happen is OKC and the Rockets all of a sudden just gonna get way better, and they gonna pass Sacramento up. They're gonna be a top 8, and Sacramento gonna still be a 10 or 12, 13 seed.
yeah.
So
See, I got a few teamers, man, that I would love to see him go to. Probably my number one team, just because I think it'll be show. I ain't gonna say Showtime, but I think it'll be fun to watch. It's the Charlotte Hornets. I think pair him up with Melo and Victor. I think you looking at another great duo. We all know what LaMelo bring. One of the point guards that's fun to watch. My next option would be the Orlando Magic. Pair him up with Paolo Banchero. You got Jalen
Ooh.
Suggs, Franz Wagner. I think that team with Victor can automatically be a playoff team. I think they're gonna be competing for a playing spot this year already. And then
Mm-hmm.
lastly, I'm going with Detroit. I know they drafted Jalen Duran, but I think pairing him up with Cade Cunningham, maybe you can move him to the 4 and pick Jalen Duran up at the 5. I think that's another team that I would love to see Victor on. Even though those 3 teams are Eastern Conference team, and it'll be scary for my Bulls, but I think those 3 teams I would love to see him on next season.
I like all three of those. You man, dude, him and LaMelo would be nasty. You said it. Putting him in Detroit as well, because I think with him being with his skill set, I think he's gonna be perfect as a 4. He can play. He gonna play a lot of 5. He probably gonna finish a lot of games in 5, especially deep in his career when they trying to win championships. But I think he'd be like Giannis in a way where you want him playing the 4. You don't want him banging too much because he already gonna be kind of frail. So I say the same thing about Chet. Like Chet tall enough to play the 5, but his skill set is a 4. Put him at the 4, let him play out on the wing with the other guards and get a big man in there to deal with them big guys. And I think that'll help extend them guys' careers. But
For sure.
incredible talent, dude. Incredible talent.
So let's finally talk some Bulls, man. 3 games into the preseason, sitting at 2-1, back to back phenomenal games for our Bulls. What's your good and bad throughout the first 3 games of the preseason from the Chicago Bulls?
Well, I'm a criticizer. I like because I want these guys. I know there's such thing as a perfect game, but I want these guys to be the best they can be. So through the first 3 games, I got some bad for Zach LaVine. Like
Mm,
I could tell he's feeling good. He looked a lot quicker out there, but I'm still worried about his turnovers. I'm still worried about his decision making. I know they're doing something a little different, so I'm only criticizing preseason, not criticizing, the him, the season in whole. But if it's something that he need to, make sure he get better as we get ready for the regular season, to make sure that he making the right plays. You know what I mean? His knee look good. He look quick out there. It don't look like he forcing anything, so that's a good thing for Zach. I think he taking the shots he feel like he getting, but I think because of he kind of laying back, it's allowing the other guys to flourish. So I do like that about Zach LaVine. Some other critiques I probably would have is that because the last 2 games they played so good that it's hard for me to find some. But just the small, just a little small thing I just noticed just in between the lines. I didn't find really a lot of bad, but I just think that just coming out having good starts. I'm pretty sure Patrick probably gonna start at the power forward, even though Billy rotated the players around to see what works. Would I be surprised if Javante started? No, I wouldn't be. He played like started 50 plus games for them last year, so I think that lineup got a little cohesion, but
yeah, for sure.
not a lot of bad. I just want these guys come out and because they did start out slow against Toronto. I will say that they started slow, but
Toronto, a team that they gonna live and die by the 3. That's really how much. That's how really they really lost a lot of games last season just by living and die by the 3. They're a team to take a lot of threes. If they threes not falling, you got a chance to really get back into that game, and that's how the Bulls took advantage of that because the first half they was lining the Bulls up from the 3. Then that second half, they was not really knocking them down as much as they were in the first half. So I think that's kind of the Raptors'
what that
MO,
was,
live and die
yeah.
by the
And they
3.
play super small. They
Yeah,
I thought that was just something they was trying out last year, putting Siakam or Scotty. I don't know which one they're playing the 5. I guess it don't matter, but they
yeah.
don't start no real center.
Mm-mm.
So as much as like last year, I know I raved about all the lengthy 4s they got: Siakam, Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Gary Trent. They got a lot of talent on that roster, but I don't know what what's his name, the coach name? Because I got a lot of
Nick
respect.
Nurse.
Yeah, Nurse is a good coach. So I don't know what this is, what he trying, what I don't know if he just, like this the lineup I'm gonna use until we can get a real center. I don't know what it is, but it's a little, what I mean. At times, do you go small like that? Yeah, but like Vooch and Drummond gonna eat all day. And if y'all put a real center out there, y'all probably really would get a Bulls problem if you put a real center out there.
Yeah. But my thing on Zach, I think Zach, like you could say a concern is the turnovers. When I'm watching Zach, I think he trying to play his way into shape. I don't
Good
think
point.
I
Good
read
point.
somewhere that he wasn't really playing too much 5-on-5 throughout the all season because he was recovering from the knee
Mm-hmm.
procedure. So I think Zach is trying to get back into game shape, trying to just work his way into. So I'm not really as much concerned about Zach. But I am with you about the turnover because that Toronto game was 5 turnovers. That was
Mm-hmm.
horrible.
Yeah.
Voos and Demar, I think, been the real highlights of these last Bulls preseason game. They've been playing real good. Hopefully, this translate into the regular season for Vooch. I'm not really worried about Demar, but hopefully this translate for Vooch. To me, the MVP so far been Javante Green. Like, man, like 7 for 8 yesterday for 18 points off the bench and only a half.
And one half.
He been everywhere. He looked like he got better. That 3-point shot is looking fantastic. Yeah, Javante Green, man. Only if he was 6'7", 6'8", man.
I was telling my brother that I'm like, if you gave if you gave Javante Green Patrick Williams size, and my brother cut me off. He said, "Dude, he'll be an all-star. Like, if he was 6'7", he'll be an all-star."
I think this is a guy who knows that in order for him to get minutes, he gotta hustle. And I think he really earning his minutes. Like,
yeah,
so
yeah.
he understand the assignment.
The thing I worry about with Javante, and that I will say, and that I would be very cautious of if I'm building a coaching staff, is not to burn him out.
Yeah.
Because he a guy that plays 100 both ways. He gonna give it his all, and 30, 40, 50, 60 games in a season. You see him, even last season, we seen Javante have some very good games, but you can see it was games where he just didn't have it. You know what I mean? And that's just something I just be cautious of. Making sure you're controlling his minutes. You know what I'm saying? If he gonna give you that much, keep Javante minutes under 26, something like that, to keep him fresh. But dude, I'm right with you, man. DeMar gonna be DeMar. I know Zach gonna pick it up. These guys, they the best scorers in the NBA. So yeah, so if Vooch carry that over, and if Drummond 3 is gonna
I
fall.
definitely mentioned Drummond. Would you be cool with him taking more threes throughout the regular season? I know it's preseason, so he probably got the green light to shoot them in the preseason. So, how would you feel if he shot those in the regular season?
Take him. If he open, take him. But
Yeah,
know your limit. No, like, all right, not tonight.
yeah,
I missed 2. You know what I mean? Because it's two ways because I've been thinking about this that this affect the game, right? So Drummond going to get a lot of open looks at 3 because from what I'm seeing, the offense that they running, Drummond is out at the 3 a lot already. And I was kind of like, wondering and curious, not last game against Toronto, but the first 2. I'm like, dude, all of he floating around the 3-point line. Like, this guy need to get in the interior. And then you see him sometime, instead of getting it in the paint, he only getting it out of the 3. So now he got to make his own move and drive like he wanted to guard. Granted, you got some quick feet and a little handle to do it. Yeah, he can do it. He can do it. So I'm just trying to see, is this what Billy trying to unlock with Drummond, or is this going to be a deficiency of running the offense, having Drummond on the floor? But
I mean,
you go ahead.
if Drummond can hit that three at a decent clip, I think that opened his game up a lot. I mean, he's 29 years old. You got to look at it. This is a shooting lead. Big men are shooting the three. There's no more banging in the in the paint. So I think Drummond has been working on that three because he knows the three will keep you in the lead for a longer time. So
and give you more value. So not
yeah,
only
so
will it lock him up, it's going to unlock the offense up.
yes, even
Because
more because
now you just saying it. I know. Go
yeah,
ahead.
you ain't got to worry you got to worry about him behind that
Yeah.
3-point line now.
Yep.
If he knocking them down at a decent clip, I ain't saying take 5 threes a game, but when you open, take it.
Yeah, take it. Because what it is if Drummond at the three, the Rudy Goberts and the Anthony Davises of the world, they ain't worried about him out there. So they gonna loaf around the inside to try to keep Levine and
And
DeMar and
DeMar,
Sumu from getting that calls to happen. But now if Drummond make it three, no, you got to come
yeah,
out. And the second part of
I
that, what I
agree.
was going to say, what it does is if Drummond knocking that three down, guess what else can happen? You can play with Vooch. You can play
Yeah,
together now. You know
yeah,
what
for
I mean?
sure.
Because Drummond he's probably a better driver than Vooch. But guess what? Since Vooch already came out public and said he want to do more of his work in the paint, guess what, Drummond? You can sit at that 3-point line
Yes,
and
sir.
wait on Vooch to kick it out. So that is a big plus for the Bulls if Drummond can consistently knock down the three. He don't got to be 40%, but at least be over 30. At least make them
Yeah,
guys say, he gonna make one out of every three. At least one out of every three. So that is, dude, I love it. And you said it. You, you want to play in this NBA as a big guy, you gotta have that
yeah.
shot. You can get paid off
And
making that three, dude. You
and
get millions of dollars.
looking at Vooch numbers, his first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His first 5 years in the league, he the most attempts he shot from three was 10, and that was in his fifth season. Then the following season, he went 23 from 75, and then the next season he was 31%.
So
And
he worked
that's when he
on his
started
game.
really getting elite 36%, 33%, 40, 38, 31. So it happens, Vooch didn't come in the league with that, 3-point shot. He worked on it.
Mhm.
So I think Drummond can have the same similar success as Vooch. Being under Vooch, Vooch can probably be like, hey, yo, I came in the league not really shooting threes. I seen the game was changing, so I adapt. And, look at me. Vooch can probably play till he 36, just let alone just by him taking threes.
It's just
Like
stretching the
Brooke
floor. Yeah.
Lopez. Look at
Yeah,
Brooke Lopez.
another guy. Yep, another
So
guy. And I say this too. If you ask me, is it a fluke or is it something that can be normal? I'm gonna say it'd be normal
yeah,
because it's
I
form.
agree. Yeah,
It's
it
form.
looked
It looked
beautiful.
that
It not
good.
look yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's a fluke. I think he been working on it. I think he
Yeah.
understand the game has changed, and in order for me to play, I got to be able to knock this three down, especially with two slashers and DeMar and Zach who going to get to the rim. I can easily sit back here. They gonna lay off me. I can easily get 9 points a game just by taking threes.
Yeah,
So
and you're gonna get us 9 rebounds easy anyway. So
and
that's
I
a
can
double
bring
double a night.
and I can bring the slower center out, take him off the dribble, go to
Yeah.
the cup, easy too. So
Yeah, it's a nice quick move, man. I love the
yeah.
addition of Drummond. I was on somebody page, I think it was Basketball Forever, and they was like Drummond hot from three. And all the people in the comments like, dude, where was this at last year on the Nets? And another guy was like, where was this when you was on the Sixers? And they like, look, so I'm glad you shooting that three now on the
Yeah.
Bulls. I'm glad you brought it to
Facts.
Chicago because
Thoughts on Patrick Williams? Like, you think he start
I
opening
think I,
game?
I think he's gonna start because to your point from last video we did, he's the number 4 pick. And I think that Billy know that, AK know that. I think Billy got the green light to bring him off the bench. I don't think AK going to make it a big deal if he decided to do that. But I think that they're going to give Patrick Williams every chance they can to be successful. They want to put him. They going to make sure he get every bit. But then again, like I said, like we start off the show, I wouldn't be surprised if Javonte got the spot, but I just think it don't happen. I'm like 70-30 with that. I think Patrick get the start because they understand that Javonte going to get his minutes and he going to, because I think what's going to come down to it, Patrick not going to play up to where they need him playing at. Javonte just going to finish the games, so
I think with Pat, you can start the game 5 minutes because you're going to need Pat size against these forwards in the league. I'm not really comfortable playing Javonte Green at the 4 against, certain teams. Let me check the first 10 games and see.
Milwaukee, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Cleveland.
Yeah, so we got Miami, Washington, Cleveland, Boston, Pacers, Spurs, Philly, Brooklyn, Charlotte, Boston, then Toronto twice, then Pelicans. So yeah, I'm not really comfortable as playing Javonte at the 4. So maybe I can see Billy giving Patrick some run the first few minutes just to see, and then you can switch him out and play Pat more with the second unit. But Pat can still start, but he get more his minutes with the second unit and to run the second unit and whatnot. So I think it's ways you can still start Patrick Williams and still have him play with the second unit majority of his time.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The minutes gonna shake out the way they're gonna shake out. I don't think it matters as much, but I do think it's like 3 teams. I definitely don't want. I don't want Javonte having to guard Giannis. I don't want Javonte having to guard Mobley. I don't want Javonte having to guard Al Horford. You know what I mean? I think Miami, some of them other teams, Charlotte, Indiana, you get away on those teams with Javonte. I think he's just going to play harder than they power forwards.
For sure.
Because they're not as big. But them certain teams, you definitely want Patrick, guarding those guys. So, but, and I don't want them double teaming either. We got killed last year in the playoffs because, you putting Javonte on Giannis, you putting Caruso on Giannis, and then he just still doing what he want to do, and then you having a double team and Grayson Allen going off of threes. We need our defense to be straight up, unless they got a really good scheme that's going to counter, some of what these other teams are going to be doing. So, but I'm with you. I guess Patrick going to start. I can't envision as good as Javonte been playing, but.
For sure.
Yeah.
Last thing before you wrap things up, the last lineup that they had, I kind of really liked. I think it was Terry, Dosunmu, Kobe White, Javonte Green, and Derrick Jones Jr. Which I wish they would have threw Patrick at the fact. I wanted to see that.
Yeah.
And man, I love that lineup, man. They was getting out and running, playing real tough defense. Granted, it was against the back end of the Raptors bench, but they looked good. And I like the combo of Terry and Dosunmu. Those two, man, they get at it, man. And I'm excited for this kid, Dalen Terry. I think he's gonna play his way into some minutes.
He definitely is.
Dosunmu looked great. I feel like he was aggressive. It was times where he just took it upon himself to attack the basket. He hit the open jump shots, and I'm really excited to see Dosunmu play. He just different, man. That kid is different. So I watching preseason now, I feel better going into the season because I got a glimpse of Dalen Terry. I see what Ayo can do. My only really concern is Patrick Williams. We need you to take that jump, and I really do think the Bulls gonna be okay. It's just we don't know we don't know what we got in Patrick Williams at that 4 just yet. So
yeah,
I'm intrigued by it.
Yeah, I'm right with you, bro. Same here. I think with Patrick, it ain't for me. If I'm the coaching staff, people around him, it ain't even about the numbers no more, Patrick.
It's not.
just you said it last week on the last show we did. Just watch Javonte. Just play with energy. Go out there, rebound, play hard, cut hard, and everything else gonna take care of itself. I promise you. The rebounds, the points. Just play with a motor. That's all we need you to do. You know what I mean? And I think it'll bring out the best in him. I think sometimes, and I know it's a lot of pressure on him. You know what I mean? It's the NBA though. This is the life. You know what I mean? You the fourth pick. It's a lot of pressure come with that. So
But on the flip side, it could be similar to what Justin Fields going through now. He's haven't really figured out how the game works. So that could be it, though. Not to cut you off, but that
yeah,
could
you
be
good.
it.
Yeah, I'm there with you. The only difference is Justin got the keys though. They dumped everybody.
Yeah.
It's your show. You know what I mean? Patrick still he got to figure it out behind Zach and DeMar, which still ain't a bad thing. It's just that, you know, I think that some players figure it out faster than others, to your point, when you talk about Justin. But I think for Patrick, you just got to understand that this team need me to be the garbage pail guy. We got scores. We got Zach. We got DeMar. We got Vooch. Won't you do everything else? Be the ball hawk. And to your point, or to what I'm trying to say, I think Dalen Terry understand that already. I think now, and it's only a small sample size, but the way he play, he understand it. He get in the game and he getting 6, 7, 8, 9 rebounds in 5 minutes. He know that. Oh, they need me to rebound. Oh, I need to get assists. Oh, we need to attack. You know what I mean? Dalen Terry get right in the game, and he.
but when you say it's because to me it's like Dalen Terry is like. I do think he got that motor, but I think he like I need minutes, man. I don't care who in front of me. I need these minutes. Whereas Patrick Williams, like probably I'm number 4 pick. I know I got potential. Maybe I got time to it'll come to me. So all I gotta do is maybe he just waiting for it to come to him. Like it's gonna be my team pretty soon. I'm gonna get mine pretty soon. I'm just gonna try to fit in where I can fit in with Zach and DeMar. My time is gonna come soon. Like I'm the future.
I would say this, that it ain't a totally that thing if that's the way he thinks, but I wouldn't want him to think that way. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because you gotta go out there and get it, dude. Like this ain't even just about the success of the Bulls. It's about the success of your career, dude. Like how good do you want to be? How bad do you want it? You know what I mean? You gonna wait on it or you gonna go get it? You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. I'm looking at Kawhi. Kawhi really his first year 8 points per game. Second year 12 points per game. Third year 12 points per game. Fourth year was 16 points. And that fifth year where he cracked the 21 points per game, and he was playing behind some greats, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manager Ginobili. So I think Patrick Williams gonna get there. I just think it's gonna be time. I'm not saying he's gonna have a Kawhi Leonard type of career, but I think it's gonna be a slow process, and I think it's gonna pay off
eventually.
Eventually,
I can see that.
Pay off. It's just a slow process. I just think
I can see
still figuring things out. And I really do think he's gonna have a good season. It may not be 18 points, but I think 12 points per game, 7 rebounds. That's something you can work on.
And when you compare like the number lines, one thing I do remember is that the thing is though, Kawhi played with the motor I'm talking about. Like he wasn't getting the stats, he wasn't showing up always in that. But he was just like Javonte Green. Kawhi knew like they just need me to go out here, guard people, make my shots when I get them. You know what I mean? Get steals and do all the dirty work. And that's the same thing with Patrick. This team don't need you to be the man right now. Just come out here.
I seen him do that. I seen him, do that through these 3 preseasons. To me, the shots wasn't just falling. He was aggressive, attacking the basket, got to the free throw line. Just the shots wasn't falling to me. So.
To his credit, I do see him attacking a little bit more, especially that game where he came off the bench. Like we got on the show, we talked about it. I seen him play a lot. Like it was in his head. Like I gotta be aggressive. You know what I mean? So I think as long as he play that way, he will be fine. So it's just like you said, it's going to be a slow process. And it's just how long it's going to take. Us as fans, we want it right now. We always want it right now. But,
Gotta
As
be
long as
patient.
he healthy,
Yeah.
we wanted popcorn. We want it now, 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna take time. Do we wish he came out like Anthony Edwards, some of these other guys? Yeah. But I think the talent is there.
For
It's
sure.
all up here, bro. It's all in the mental. If he mentally just want it, he is his to have because he got
Yeah.
all the tools. You know what I mean?
I think it's gonna pay y'all. I really do. I'm still gonna be a believer in Pat. So yeah. One more preseason game left. That's Tuesday against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Do the starters play that game? Do we sit them?
I think they may play the first quarter. Then that's probably it.
Yeah,
First
they
quarter. And
cut
that's
it off
it.
short. Because last year, did they play the last preseason game? I think they did, though, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Because we
They
heard
did.
Billy say he wanted to ramp these guys up. So I don't know
Yeah.
if he's gonna let them play the fourth quarter this time, like get them ready, or is he just gonna, like you said, cut it short? Like, all right, we got the last one.
I think we may get them maybe at most 2 quarters. But
First
I think
half.
first half. I'm thinking just a quarter.
Yeah.
So game one of the official season, Wednesday, October 19th at Miami, 6:30. NBA
Ooh.
season is so close. We finna wrap things up. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. Any last word, Big Go, for the people?
Man, that was a stinger. The Bears almost had him. Like, yes,
Man,
they did. He's on this close. We had
yeah.
a couple drop. We had a steal. I don't even know what to call it because it wasn't a fumble, but the guy just
He
took it.
just Debo him. Shit, that's what you can call. He got Debo. Give me them. Man,
Good game, but overall, I think Justin Fields showed a lot of promise in that
yeah.
game, dude. He had to,
Like
he had to
I
be,
hope this is the breakthrough game for the offense just to get going. Justin
yeah.
Fields can really look at the film and be like, I did good.
Yeah,
This we
you
can
feel
really
good
do
after that,
something.
right? You
Yeah.
feel good
So
after that, right? If you Justin Fields, you like, all
yeah.
right, this next game we finna get him. You feel
And
real.
now Thursday we got a 1-4 team.
Got
We
the
got players
Commanders.
coming back, so hopefully we
Yeah,
can get a good one, man. So
strange time, but we got the Giant with the Giants like they
we
topping
got
their divisions, and it's a
yeah,
few teams that's kind of like I'm like what?
yeah, for sure, man. It's
So maybe we
crazy.
could be one of them teams. To your point, man, we take the Commanders down. We can jump up. Packers lost. We can jump up second in the division, man. So.
Facts. We'll see Thursday night football. Chicago Bears, the Commanders. We gonna see y'all. But anyways, stay safe, stay blessed. Catch y'all next week with another episode.